Hey everybody, warmer days are upon us. That means a few things. Evals may be here. You might be looking at spring hockey, you might be even looking forward to summer hockey. You know, when it gets to the off season, I always like to present you with alternative options to just being on the ice all the time because you deserve a break too. And what we do in my house for my son, who's a goalie, and my daughter, who's a skater, is use NHL Sense Arena, our title sponsor, as many of you know. And they just launched a new goalie mindset training with Pete Fry, which is all about building composure, focus, and emotional control that goalies need in big moments. And then for the skaters, they've really updated Dangle Pro with full ice scanning. So now you're not just standing still stick handling in isolation. You're handling the puck while scanning, making reads, and training your awareness like you would in a real game. And again, this uses mixed reality. So you're actually stick handling with your real stick and a puck. You can see it around virtual objects. It's super fun and it's super nuts. We shared some videos with that. I wish I had that as a kid. Check these deals out. They're offering 50% off an annual plan compared to paying monthly. Plus, you get a free hockey training ball, a free green biscuit, and free shipping on that. Or if you go all in with a 2-year subscription, you can get a new MetaQuest 3S headset for $100. That's $900 in savings. I have never seen them offer the headset for that price. So if that's what's been holding you up, this is the time to get it because it all is going to add up. All right. Head to nhl.sensearena.com/OKPH and use the promo code OKPH to save an additional $25 on top of the offers I've already mentioned. We have always loved NHL Sense Arena's belief in us and what we do as a show, and we always appreciate your belief in us as well. This is a great deal. Go check it out. And as always, enjoy this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey. Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world. Welcome to another edition of the Ride to the Rink. It's Lee and Mike here today, and we just happen to have someone on who played 428 NHL games in a row in what was almost a 600 NHL game career with the Washington Capitals and the Montreal Canadiens. Kids, those are all things you should know about. Karl Alzner's on with us today. And Karl, listen, we want to ask you about the kids. That playing that many games in a row, first off, playing that many games is an accomplishment at the pro level. Doing it in a row, I'm not sure anybody understands what it takes to stay healthy. Probably a little bit of luck on your side, but you got to make some pretty good decisions personally for your diet of mental stuff, your diet of food. Can you talk to us for a few minutes, talk to the kids specifically about what does it take to have that level of consistency?
Well, I mean, I think one thing is you got to love the game. You got to really enjoy playing and enjoy the challenge. Like one of my favorite things is just to compete, right? I want to go up against other players in battle and to know that, I had that opportunity to go every time and do it. That's the best right there. I didn't want to miss an opportunity to go and battle against somebody, maybe get a couple hits, a couple shots like that. That was something that I wasn't going to miss out on. And in order to do that, I knew I had to do a lot of different things. I knew I had to be mentally tough. I needed to be able to get over some things that were difficult, whether it be injuries or illness or just mental fatigue. I had to find a way to get through that. I wanted to make sure that my teammates knew that I was always going to be there, that we could come to the rink and see, my name's going to be on that left side on one of the pairs. That was an automatic. And then going to what you said is taking care of myself, right? Like different as a kid. You want to eat what you want to eat and drink what you want to drink.
Yeah,
But
a lot of Fruit Loops.
a lot of fruit. Yeah, exactly. Whatever your pregame snack is, right? You just these are the things that over time really kind of help your body grow and get stronger and more set up. So, enjoying that ride, getting that battle in me, wanting to be on the ice. That's the number one thing.
So we want to make sure we preface the message by, you were getting paid quite a bit of money to do what you do, right? And do what you did. And I think, can we just talk a little bit about the difference? Because, ultimately it's your life and it's your body and it's your physical health. Like, what's the difference, and what can we talk to our younger athletes about? Like, being hurt and being injured. Like, they're two different things, right? And I think at the NHL level, you're expected to play hurt, right? And really, in a lot of ways, you're expected to play injured,
Yeah.
depending on the severity, right? But can you just talk about the youth level, like just what you should look for as a player, and how, like, there's some times when, if you want to play 400 plus straight games in the NHL, you have to get there first,
Yes.
right? And can you just talk a little bit about, that the opportunity for a player to be really conscious of their body and understand the difference between a little bit of bruising and a lot of injuries.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we can know the difference between what's uncomfortable, discomfort, versus what's like not playable. You know what I mean? So like I'll give you a stomach ache, for example. That's uncomfortable. I don't feel good. My stomach is bugging me, but I know I can still play with a stomach ache. You know what I mean? Where maybe you have a messed up knee, a broken bone, that's a different story, right? So trying to find that difference, when you've taken a puck off of the foot and it stings for a little bit. My big thing is going down and laying on the ice, waiting for it to go away versus skating it off, right? Like these are the things we know our bodies can handle, and trying to find that, what you're able to play through and play with. And then obviously relying on the parents, the coaches to kind of help you walk through that stuff. But I think you can build that up. You kind of harden your skin as you go, knowing what it is that you're comfortable with playing through, and then continuing to test yourself. I think it's a very good challenge. How long can you do that wall squat for? I can do it for 30 seconds and I start feeling uncomfortable, but I know I can probably do another 30 seconds and still be okay. So trying to figure out, gauge where your level is.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I think it's also like for you, right, at that highest level, and depending on who's listening to this and when they're, where they are in their own career, like there is levels of like, I can play through this because my adrenaline and my ability to want to win and want to support my teammates is there. Like that passion for playing, if like you're talking about, if it's a stomach ache or a little ache, it's a lot different than an injury where you should go sit out in the stands and have somebody pull you off the ice. But I think there is a distinction, but there is no substitute for like just understanding that you do. I mean, this is not. It's hockey. You've got to be tough. You've got to be able to play at a very hard level, right? But you'll just have to be aware of your body.
Absolutely. Bumps and bruises are going to happen. It comes with the territory. So enjoy them. Wear them as a badge of honor.
Oh, I love that. A lot of parents are going to love that you said that too, Carl. And it's true. And, look, kids, I always say this too. Every 4 years in the Olympics, records are broken. Every 4 years, world records are broken. We don't really know what we're capable of as humans. And when I tie that to you as a kid, you're capable of a lot more than you probably think you are. I love that wall sit thing. It's hard right now. It hurts. How much further can you push? That mental resilience, kids, that you develop is so important, not just in hockey, but in life. Knowing you can push through a little bit of pain or discomfort to get to a higher level, that is something that separates people as they get older, not just players. So, Carl, thanks so much for joining us on the ride to the rink today. I know the kids got some value out of this.
Yeah, my pleasure. Go have a good one.
All right, kids, remember, wherever you're at on your hockey journey, remember, we believe in you. You should too. We'll see you on the next ride to the rink.